I'm Living Me Project, where we inspire you to live your highest and truest self. We inspire women to live their highest and truest self. It is December the 10th. It's getting close to that time for a new year and a rebirth, hopefully in most of our lives, despite of everything that happened in 2020. So um, I just always think and say that the only way that your life is going to change is when you change, right? Another year doesn't mean anything. But what really matters is all those things that you want to do in your life and you taking action and do them, right? It's just plain and simple. That's what I wanted to talk about, the enemy within, because a lot of people think that there are so many outside forces that's stopping them from doing what they're doing. Money, this, that, friends. Well, it's not true. It's the enemy within. Because once you're able to connect with the person inside of you, then you can do anything you want. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but it's possible. Good morning, April. So I wanted to talk about that today. But before I did that, what I wanted to tell you guys is that I want you to still consider donating to the Students Without Mothers End of the Year campaign. You probably received it in your email. You probably seen the post here on Facebook. But we're going to heavily start marketing. We want to be able to reach our goal of 5,000. We want to be able to give these kids the scholarship money that they need to go to school, especially within these days and times for 2021, for our students who are in high school, who are thinking about going to school. We want to be able to give them the opportunity to have a laptop computer to be able to go to school, especially if it's something where they have to go to school online from home. That is very, important these days. So we want to be able to give what we can, and we want to be able to reach our goal for 2021 this year. So you probably start to see a lot. You probably get a lot of emails about it, but we are really working towards making sure that we reach our goals. So we thank you for that. Hey, Aaron, if you missed the Ant series, we had the most wonderful time. I'm telling you, the Ant series that we had with our coach, Ellie Curry. I mean, we went from starting out to trying to figure out how we manage our thoughts to last night we had this breakthrough where we just sat there, all of us, and we just started thinking about all the things that we wrote down from the start of the class until now. And one of the things that we realized is how much we start to think the same things over and over and over again, right? And how much we make a lot of things about us, things that happen to other people. For some reason, we start to take that on like we did something wrong, or, we're not in the right place as to why they're not doing well. And that could be with the kids, the family, the mom, anybody, right? And so the breakthrough that we learned throughout that whole session is that we have to be able to be patient with ourselves. We have to not only be able to love ourselves, hey, Khadijah, but also become our own best friend and also be kind to ourselves. And Ellie walked through with us to show us how to do that with her journal. And that was pretty exciting, where we shared stories, we laughed, and we actually was able to share what some of our triggers were. And it was amazing. So we definitely going to do that again once the new year come. We're going to have it a part of our courses membership site where you guys can go all day long. We're going to have coaches teaching all day long, so you could pick and choose whatever it is that you want. You could do something on mindset, you could do something on business, you could do something on relationship, you could do something on healthy eating, all that stuff. It will be there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The lives will happen probably Monday through Friday with the coaches at the times that they have them, where you can actually physically show up, get your questions answered. And like I tell people, especially for those of you who are in a career or who have a business, it ain't nothing like logging into a community where a business coach is having a workshop or a small seminar or something where you can go get your questions answered. You can figure out something that is going on at work if you need help with Microsoft Excel or need help with Word or need help with these things. If you're able to log in somewhere and you could talk to somebody about it and they can help you through it and help you through your process, that stuff is valuable. If you can ask questions about your business and somebody can answer it for you right on the spot, or soon and not later, that is valuable to you. So that's some of the things that we're putting together with our courses website. The issue we was having as to why we didn't launch right away is because we didn't have enough coaches. So what we said was is we just gonna roll with what we got, and we're going to make it happen with what we got. And once we do that, hey, Kim, we're going to be able to do more, right? So look out for that in the 1st of January. We're going to be taking memberships for that. Again, for the business side, I'm having my first business masterclass on the 16th. That's a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And for all of you ladies who are in business, want to get into business, have a startup company, feel like you're trying to grow your business or anything like that, this is an opportunity for you to come and sit with me and get the help you need. I am a totally different person when it comes to business, because we have to turn on those things where we have to not get serious, but really take a look at metrics in your business, what you're doing, how well you're doing. Do you know how to sell? Do you have to build a team? Like, where are you at this particular point, right? So it's going to be for 2 hours. The first thing I'm going to do is walk through a lot of business models that I believe are prevalent for these days and times. And then also how we can move those models around to help you excel in your business if you're stagnant, or if you don't know how to even get started. What are some of the forms and everything that you need to fill out? And also how you get yourself off the ground with your brand and your website, your PR, and all that stuff. So within that 2 hours, we're going to walk through a lot of things for the startup, a person who's just getting started, to that entrepreneur that's probably struggling to either go out and make sales or have a good business model. Okay. So the 16th, it's free. Come on, register. We would sit there, we would talk about your business, but most of all, I want you to learn how to build a business model. If you don't learn anything else or take anything else away from that night, take that away. Why? Because if you know how to do it, you could build any business you want. Anything. That is the secret that nobody will ever tell you. If you know how to look at the model and make money, you'll never be broke. Point blank. You might not reach the highest heights you want, depending on your consistency, but you will always have something rolling in. Does that make sense? So come learn how to do that. And then, you could take it from there. So those are all the things we got set up. And then we just going to end the year. We have our Students Without Mothers campaign. We just ended our series on the ants, and we have our business campaign. We're going to end the year. And then we just going to go get started with our 2021 calendar. I was thinking about just having like a meeting with everybody, just like a members meeting, to go over what we're going to do in 2021 and get your input. I'm trying to see a date for that because my mind keeps telling me to do that. So I think I'm going to do that. But let's get into the inspiration in 30, because I want to make sure I'm on time. So when I talk about there's only one enemy, and that's the enemy within, right? That means that anything outside of you, of course, um, doesn't matter, because what it is that you bring in, that you interpret, is what affects you. And that's how you react, right? So, of course, like I said, I read from The Science of Mind, and I saw this: a man's foes, which came from Matthew 10:36. I don't have the Bible, but that's what it said it came from, right? It said, "A man's foes shall be they of his own household. There are no enemies external to your own mind. This is one of the most difficult problems to understand. And simple as it sounds, it penetrates the depth of creative causation." This is the part that I underline. Nothing can happen to us unless it happens through us. That which we refuse to accept to us cannot be, and that which to us is cannot help becoming a reality in our life. But someone will say, "I did not conceive of this evil which came upon me. It was not in my mind." The question then arises, can any particular evil be real to one if he refuses to entertain it in his thought? The answer must forever be, it cannot. This is one of those hard sayings which it is difficult to understand, but the principle involved is plain. Basically saying, if we can divorce our lives from the thought of evil, from receptivity to it, if we can bring our mentality to a place where it no longer conceives evil, then evil cannot exist for us. The proof of this doctrine remains for individual conviction through experience, but it is well worth trying. What's the point? The point is, if you don't allow things to come into your experience, then nothing can harm you. If you don't allow people to put their problems and issues and stuff on you, then you will have your peace. If you don't allow your mind to wander into what could happen, what should have happened, how can it happen, and worry, then your reality won't be anything that is focused on negative things, right? The problem that we have is that we believe that that is not true, because we say, you know what? I did not, hey, Deborah, I did not go ahead and uh, think about what my cousin was going to do. And now I got to help them out and my family. I did not, think about people wanting to borrow money from me and having lack of money and all that stuff. I didn't think about none of that. You might not have thought about it, but it is the things that you think about yourself that generates those things. Do you believe that you can make more money than what you're making now? Do you actually believe that you are the most gorgeous woman on earth? Or do you think, well, I think I'm all right. Guys like me, so, right? Do you really believe and think that you can do, have, and be anything you want? Do you really believe that? And most of the time, the answer is no. On some things, for me, no. Right? Because we constantly battle with this idea that in some areas we good, and then in some things we're not good enough. And then in some areas we okay, and then some areas we're always worried and we're not okay. Right? And so when things happen to us, we say, well, I don't understand why this stuff is happening to me. I don't understand why I can't get ahead. I don't understand why I can't do what I want to do in my life. Right? And the answer is, we have wavering faith, right? And we believe that life is always happening to us. It is always someone else's fault as to why we in a position that we in. The moment that we start to own our own stuff, which is very hard to do, and Heather, you heard me yesterday talk about that when we was on the ants thing. The minute that we start to own our stuff and see the part that we play in other people's lives and why they stuff become our stuff and why we can't let go, then we start to say and see that, damn, it's my fault that I'm allowing these people to make me react a certain way. It is my fault that they are bringing their stuff to me and I'm sitting here just taking it all in, right? And you won't know that until you're able to actually see the whole picture, because we react so much to things, y'all, that, and it's unconscious, right? We react to things that are so unconscious. We believe that everything in life keeps happening to us, where that is not true. Now, there's some things that we can't control, right? If you go to work right now and they got to close down the building for whatever reason, that's out of your control. You can't do nothing about that, right? But when it comes to your own space and your own peace and your own joy and your own happiness, the littlest things that you think that are okay can sometimes affect you and you don't even know it. For example, I was telling a friend last night, we were texting, and another friend of ours is going through a hard time. And, I just told her, I said, make sure you take care of you, right? I know you're there for the friend, but make sure you take care of you, because people will lean and lean and lean. And if you don't have any boundaries, you start to take on their stuff. And then you start to feel guilty that you're not there. And then you start to feel bad and want to do more and enable them more and be there for them more. And it's draining you, right? But all the while, they're just getting what they want. And it's only in your head that you are saying these things to you, which is making you react to be there for them. Does that make sense? So you saying to yourself, well, damn, I know I gotta be there, and I gotta be a real friend, and I gotta do this and I gotta do that. So I'm gonna step up to the plate and I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna show and I'm gonna make sure if they need me, I'm gonna go give them some money. I'm gonna make sure I help them out because that's what I do. That's in me, right? I can't let these kids sit here and know that they're not gonna have no Christmas. I gotta be able to at least go out and get them something. I know my brother and I know my sister won't be able to do it, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do what I can because those kids need something. We do it all the time. We telling ourselves these stories, right? But when we turn it around, we can't do it for ourselves. That's why I told you what we learned. So that was so powerful in the Ant series was we are kind to everybody else and everybody else's best friend, but we're not kind to ourselves. We battle with ourselves so much, where the enemy within is always talking to us, telling us how we're not good enough and what we can't do and what we should not do. And no love is going to come to us. And, we can't do this, we can't do that. But when we in front of other people, and I know I do this sometimes, I tell them, oh, well, you can do this. And, you have the power in you and you got to be strong. And, you're more than a conqueror and all this stuff. Right. And we can pray and we can laugh and we can do all these things to encourage them. But when it comes to us, the enemy within attacks us so much, we can't even move. We look on the outside and we say, damn, why is my life like this? Why can't I move to the next level? How come she was able to get out of it and I'm still stuck? Because, homegirl, you gave her all of your power. She actually listened and believed what you said. She took your advice, or he took your advice and used it. And you're sitting here and you're saying, what do we say all the time? I can help everybody else, but it seems like when it comes to me, I just get stuck because you battling that enemy inside of you, that mind, that old paradigm you have, all of those things you were told when you were growing up, you know, all of those things that you were called and what you believe. And the one thing I hate is how they have this thing of there are winners and losers in life, right? And we learned that throughout our whole matriculation, throughout school. You know, there's people who pass, there's people who fail, there's people who rise to the top, there's people who at the bottom, there's people in the middle. And so we are so brainwashed with that, where we always believe if we ain't reaching the top, then we're a failure. If we're not somewhere near the top or in the middle, we're a failure. If we fall, we're not working hard enough. Excuse me. If we at the bottom, we're a failure, right? Where we gotta understand and know nothing can touch us or come to us unless we allow it to happen. You cannot take that phone call, or you can take the phone call and the family member says, oh my God, Kim, I mean, this is going to be the last time, but the light's about to get cut off and these kids are in here and I really need some help. And this is going to be my last time. And once you take that deep breath, that is where you face with the opportunity, where you take it on or you set a boundary. And whatever it is that you choose to do is on you, but know that it affects you, right? Because you start to say to yourself, well, they never do anything for me, and I can't get anyone to help me. And here I am trying to help someone else, right? And she always need help. And if I don't help her, then it's going to be a big thing where they're going to tell me, well, I got it. And how come you didn't do it? All that stuff. Where the point is, who cares? Right? Who cares what outside people think? We battling with us so much where they don't really have to do no damage because we do it to ourselves. Right? But the enemy within, you have to face that person that tells you all of them crazy things and say, you know what? We're going to have to come to some compromise here. As I cannot still be sitting here thinking all this stuff. I need my freedom. I need my freedom. I need to be able to do what it is that I love to do. I just can't believe no more that I'm the ugliest person on earth. I just can't believe no more that no man is not gonna want me because I'm I I'm sick. I just can't believe no more that the only thing that people want from me is what I have. right? We have to be able to figure out how we get out of that. And the way that we get out of it from what we learn is that we have to be kind to ourselves and we have to say, is that really true? If I go sit in a park right now, or if I go to a bar right now, and someone starts talking to me, or I start talking to them, do that person really think I'm the ugliest person on earth, or is that my thoughts? How do we start to defeat the enemy within? You start to be kind to yourself. You start to talk to yourself when you hear those negative thoughts. You start to say, wait a minute, this is not me talking. This is somebody else. When people start to bring their stuff and they impose their thoughts, their feelings on you, you have to recognize that and you have to know that, hey, this is a boundary that I need to set because I can't take on your stuff anymore. I have to do me. And they are going to be pissed off. You got to know that. They're going to be pissed off. They're not going to talk to you. They're going to block you. They're going to do all those things. They're going to get other people to talk about you, and other people are going to fall for it. And those people are going to call you and they're going to tell you all these crazy things. But what's more important, you or what they think about you? Right? Because at the end of the day, you get to keep your sanity, you get to keep your money in your pocket, and you get to keep your peace. They just mad. They'll get over it. They just got an attitude. Who cares? They can have an attitude in their own house. And them not calling you will be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But when we think about the enemy within, that's the person that we carry around every day and everywhere we go. As soon as we face a situation where it's a promotion at the job or an opportunity or anything like that, we always question ourselves if we can do it. Why is this person with me? What did I do to deserve to be in this position? That's all enemy talk coming out. I want you, and this is just for today, right? And we'll pick it up tomorrow because I got to go too. I want you today to just see if you can, because it's so unconscious, you really don't know how many times you doubt yourself about anything. When you go to work, to what you eat, to who you're in relationship with, to the people that you hang around. Just for today. And figure out how many times you doubt yourself. How many times you question yourself. How many times you sit there and look at social media and compare yourself to this person. How, when you look at clothes, because most of us is out shopping or ordering stuff, where you say, I can't fit that, that won't look good on me, or, I'm too big for that. How many times we dishonor ourselves and we talk bad about ourselves and we allow that enemy to take over. And the only thing the real person is saying, our real selves is saying, is like, yeah, that's true. Let me go ahead and take that out the cart because that ain't gonna look good on me anyway. Yep, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and move this out the way because I don't really think I'm a qualify for that anyway. Well, let me go ahead and not spend my money on this because I do have to think about next week and not spend this money anyway. The real you in the background is going, yep, you better listen. You better think about it. Stop letting the enemy within take control of your life. And the only way to do that is yourself, I can't do it, right? I can't have it. I can't afford it. Think about it. And the thing that I want you to notice is, right? The thing I want you to notice is how your emotions and your body reacts when somebody says, "Hey, you might want to look at this," and then you take a look at it and you say, "Oh no, I can't do that. Oh no, this ain't for me. If I'm looking at this opportunity, this ain't for me. I can't do that. It's going to require too much, or they're going to ask me to do all this stuff that I'm not willing to do." Hey, why don't you go ahead and spend a little money to help you advance and get you a certification, because it might help you in 2021. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got a whole bunch on my plate right now, and I don't have time to be sitting up here learning something else. I'm too old. I can't do it. I'm not going to learn it. It's just going to be there. Well, why don't you just try to, go out a little bit or put your profile online to see what you can get. It's a pandemic. Ain't nobody going out there. I don't want nobody breathing on me like that. And where I'm going to go? Because then I got to dress up and then I got to go sit somewhere. I don't be sitting in no bar like that. I ain't desperate. And then those people online, they nasty because they be dating all kind of people and stuff like that. Right? All those things we tell ourselves. And then we wonder why our life is the way it is. Nobody told us those things. We did. Because that's what we really think about ourselves. You get what I'm trying to say? What you think and what you feel about yourself comes out every day in how you talk. Every day. And if you're not saying anything positive about yourself, you wonder why you attracting all of this craziness into your life. Because when you look around, you're not allowing the good things to come in. Right? You're not allowing yourself to have that joy. Looking at a talk, it wasn't a TED talk, but it was something on YouTube. And one of the things the guy said is we have to get out of the idea that everything is hard. Like we got to work hard for good grades. We got to work hard in business. We got to work hard at our job. Wouldn't it be better to say that we have to put joy in everything that we do? If we switch it around and say, I have to put joy in stuff that I do, because that's when I do my best work. Working hard, I'm stressed out, I have anxiety, and I'm trying to get something done. I can't even think. But when I put joy into what I'm doing, I'm able to think, I'm able to concentrate, I'm able to get good feedback, and I'm able to enjoy myself. Right? So today, let's listen to ourselves. And let's see how many times that enemy comes up. And when he do, just fix it. Just say, nope, we ain't doing this today. Right? We're not doing this today. I can do anything I want to do. I'm probably not good for every man, but I'm good for the right one. My money is not funny. As soon as I'm able to write my goals down and start acting on them, my bank account would change. When I'm ready to take my life to the next level, it's going to be amazing. Watch and see. It can happen. I'm telling you. It takes work. It takes all of that. But at the end of the day, What you got to know is you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your life. You are responsible for the way you think and where you are and how you want to be. You bring the amount of joy that you can handle right now in your life. You bring the amount of peace that you can handle right now in your life. Okay? So tomorrow, I want all of you guys to come back because I want to know how today went. And I'll let you guys know how today went for me. Okay? I love you and I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Finally, right? All right, I got to go. Bye.